I went from wet eyes to wanting to punch her in her eyes. I should have learned the "we're all in this together" dance for this finale. Hi adults, welcome back, and if you are new, hello, my name is Jessie, and today we are going to react to Season 1, Episode 10 of High School Musical, the series. Second act, we are here, we are at the finale. It's Sunday. I watched episodes 1 through 8 on Friday, took a break yesterday, and now here we are. That's how much I freaking loved this show. I cannot believe how much I actually liked this show, and it makes me sad that I'm only finding it now, but it also makes me happy, as I stated in my first ever reaction for this series. The second season comes out on May 14th, which is in like 3 weeks, so I only have to wait 3 weeks for this excitement. Let's jump in. I want to see this finale. I'm so excited. But before we do, everyone throw a like up or dislike if you do or do not like what you see. Freedom of speech. Express yours. Subscribe if you have not yet. We do fun things here. Ring-a-ling-a-ling the bell to be notified when I upload videos. And don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. That's $1.25 a week. It is all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube and additional more. And don't forget to comment and let me know what you thought about this episode. I'm so excited. Without further ado, this is Season 1, Episode 10 of High School Musical, the series. Second act. It's called Act 2. It's not called Second Act. Like, way too excited than a normal person should be. Episode 10 of High School Musical, the series. Second act. Oh my god, I said it again. I was like, that's not right. What's wrong with me? Act 2. I'm not doing the whole thing again. That's as good as it gets. Aside from episode 6, this is the shortest episode of the whole season. Miss Jen's doing the previous
scored on every level.
That's his big moment. That's his, like, all eyes on him, and that's when you choose to kiss her.
A certain part of me wants to throw up.
Wait, if you're Troy, then who's playing Chad?
Oh. Buckle up, Wildcats!
Pray for me.
Oh, Carlos, you'll be fine. You know the play's so good.
Act 2.
Carlos is wonderful.
I've always loved those. What, a xylophone?
Wait till you see him in Act 2.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't know? She doesn't know that Ricky is not Troy anymore?
You know a lot about technical theater for a STEM teacher.
My robotic shows are famously elaborate.
We kinda nailed it. Yeah. You're a great actor. So just act like someone who knows what she's doing. Sort of my only trick. Oh, you have a ton of tricks. Yeah, well, I saved my best one for tonight.
Oh, I'm so glad that they didn't just keep pitting the females against each other. Obviously, she's not gonna pick up. She's.
Guess you could call it that. Or
Did nobody warn her? Somebody should have.
Don't tell me you're good at hoops, too.
I'll be getting on my way.
We can stay and shoot some hoops.
Prepare for the musicale, young man.
Is this her solo? Oh my god, they said power ballad in Act 2. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's her song.
Every single time I have to choose.
He's falling in
Swore
love
that it
with
felt
her.
right, but was I wrong?
I love it.
Here you are. Is it stage fright? Because
No, it's
people
you.
are-
You want to talk about commitment.
I'm sorry. I wanted him to meet you, and I didn't say anything beforehand because I
Wrong
didn't want to throw
time.
you off.
Oh,
She
well,
waited
too.
until it levitated above a basketball hoop and then
Yeah.
Not all couples are meant to be together. Sometimes people
Yes,
change.
and he needs time to process that. So you should have brought your
I've got-
boyfriend. That just ruined Ashlyn's solo for me. I went from wet eyes to wanting to punch her in her eyes.
My family bought out 3 rows of the bleachers. I don't want to let them down.
Break a leg or a heel. Oh my god, I love it. The representation,
this guy, baby.
Disney. I'm so proud of him.
It's kind of like a video game, right?
Oh my gosh, is he gonna join the robotics team too? And
Young man,
Ashlyn's on the
have you
robotics
considered
team.
applying to my robotics club?
I'm a mess.
You deserve a real leading man out there.
Sweet. In a really dumb way.
Yeah, he could just try to power through it, but he, like, this poor kid needs time. My gosh, people give him time.
I got a last-minute flight.
Yeah. So did Todd.
So we've heard.
Let's go watch EJ Caswell sweep himself off his feet.
That is so
I'm glad you
perfectly said for EJ.
Lying, there's not a star in
No
you.
emotion behind it.
Can't do it, Troy.
Like kindergarten, remember?
I'm not the Troy you want.
Now he's got the emotion in it. You can see he sounds more naturally.
Space between us, two are separate hearts.
Not at my best.
Just look at me.
I didn't agree with this at first, and now I do. I'll explain later. It's very theatery excuse, but I like it.
Thank you for buying me the plane ticket.
Oh,
Just
he did.
Didn't seem fair for you to miss all this.
See, he's a good guy. Do have that charisma. Oh boy.
What just happened?
That
Magic.
just happened.
Yes. Okay, that came out. Oh, she's gonna bring them out. Okay.
You know what to say? That's the last apple?
This is
I love it.
best.
Oh, honey.
This is kind of the best. Oh, that was fantastic.
Too little, too late.
Guess again, rock star.
Yeah, Big Red. He got it. That's cool.
He's finally found his thing.
Big Red the Third,
That's
doing the name right.
I can't smile any bigger. This show is so good.
We've got a card, people.
Really?
I didn't write that.
Oh my god.
I did.
Okay, if you guys stay in here.
That is
boarding
emotional.
person took off.
Oh my god,
think
that's
she's
so
taking it pretty hard.
cute.
Sorry the teacher chick left. She doesn't know what she's missing.
Teacher chick.
What happens now?
Usually the theater kids cry and then we go to Denny's.
I love you. And that night in your room, when you told me you loved me, I meant to say it. I meant to say it. I loved you since 7th grade, when I made you ride in the front row of Demon's Destiny at Six Flags.
I remember.
Yeah. And then I puked all over your shoes. And you didn't even make me feel bad about it, because you outgrew them. The thing is,
Okay.
I never
forgive you.
outgrew you. I want this feeling to keep going.
I get to pick musical.
Fine. That's fine. It's all fine. I want a chance to prove it. I do.
That was good apology.
Sometimes it's easier to just kiss.
Yeah? Yeah. To Freaky Callback Boy.
Too
Wow.
freaky callback
This is
boy.
nice.
To Freaky Math Girl.
That's
Of
cute.
course.
Just don't freaking hurt her again, or we'll find you.
Cast
Ricky.
party at Ashland's, you guys.
Find you.
Everybody's invited.
Spend the night in our guest room. Honestly, you can stay through Christmas if you want.
Or actually,
Figured out who started the fire in the theater.
Faulty wiring.
It was the two of you.
I mean, it kind of was faulty wiring, though, was it not?
Nini,
oh my gosh.
She's gonna get in, and she's gonna
Yeah, I
have to
can
choose
tell.
between
It's
going
nice to
or
meet you.
staying.
I'd like to offer you a spot, starting next month.
Next month. Wow.
Yo, Nini.
One door closes, another door opens. How artistic.
Everyone's waiting.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Girl, you know it. No. He can tap dance? Oh, wow. That's awesome. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't take this. Myra can't take it.
I have a lot of questions.
I got bigger cheers for them than Troy and Gabriella. I am so emotional today. Whew! Okay, calm down. I turned on a light. I got some light going on in here. It's feeling a little better. I had more tears for Ashlyn and Big Red than I did for Ricky and Nene. I love them. They are my favorite couple. They're definitely my 100% my favorite couple. It would be them, and then Carlos and Seb, and then Ricky and Nene. I'm being 100% honest. And the only reason Carlos and Seb are under Ashlyn and Big Red is because I feel like we haven't focused on their relationship too much yet. Like, we had the whole little introduction and them at prom and dancing and everything. That was really cute. But we have had more focus on Ashlyn and Big Red. The compliments that they pay each other, the things that they say, the gestures that they do, it's so sweet. It's so cute. It's so romantic. And I love the fact that he is going to be joining the robotics team next year because she is on the robotics team. They've made a point to show that and say that. So that I just can't wait to see where they go. That is awesome. I love that we got a little bit of her song again too, because that performance was so freaking good. That song was amazing. She is a great singer. I'm happy that they figured out a way for Gina to stay. And I said this in one of my past reactions, like, because she could stay with one of the girls, but I knew she wasn't close enough with Nene. And at the time, she wasn't really close enough with Ashlyn. So I was like, who is it going to be? And she's not really close at all with Courtney. So who's it going to be? Now that she developed a relationship more so with Ashlyn, everybody, in fact, it would make sense. It would make sense because Ashlyn's house is also the party house. That's where they all do the gatherings and they all get together. And so it makes sense that she would stay with Ashlyn. I knew they had to figure out a way to keep her because having Gina's character leave the show would not only hurt the show, it just wouldn't make sense. Like, she's such a great actress. She is a wonderful actor, dancer, singer. She brings something to Gina's character. Gina, the character of Gina, brings something to the show. So getting rid of her would have been a really bad move. And I understand the drama that they wanted to create by doing that and like scaring us with it. So I'm glad that she ends up staying. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be that she ends up going to Ashlyn's and staying with Ashlyn. Love that connection of keeping Gina and having her stay. I'm not going to rant and rave about Ricky's mom too much longer because I already did that in the last episode, I feel, but the whole conversation that he was having with her of like, she's like, you know, like, oh, I wanted to bring him, he never met you, like, blah, 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 like, she is being so unsympathetic towards his feelings. I did like how she said, when he said to her, how do you think dad feels? And she goes, well, I think dad's happy that I'm happy. Wonderful. I love that. That's great. I hope that is the case because she's right. Sometimes relationships are just not going to work. Sometimes people are going to break up, divorce, whatever it may be. It might not be the happiest thing, of course, for everybody, but for the two people involved, if they can work it out and make it make sense to them, everybody else around them has the ability to as well. Because at the end of the day, you want those two people to be happy, you know? And if it's not together, then it's not together. However, you need to give everybody their time to do that, especially your child. Like, if she feels that, if his dad really does feel happy for her, and she feels happy for him, they need to sit him down and explain that. They need to sit him down and talk to him about that, communicate with him. This is what I was saying past reactions ago of the mom moving to Chicago. I feel like that's a bad move. You shouldn't leave your teenager, I was going to say teenage son, but teenager in general. You shouldn't leave your teenager at a crucial, emotional, mentally strenuous time like this. Like, your kid has to deal with the divorce as well, just as much as you do when it's your child, I feel. So I feel like she's being so selfish in regards to Ricky's process of dealing with what is happening. And it's like most people, when it's a divorce like that, I feel like their family is crumbling, like their whole family life is crumbling apart, and it's hard to process that. So she should be more sympathetic of that. Even if she had a conversation with him like, hey, I'm gonna bring my new boyfriend, let's like have dinner first, meet him, like, it was just a bad move on her part, and to not acknowledge that, I felt like it was a mistake. Like, she was still kind of sticking up for herself and being like, you're the one overreacting, when I feel like she should have said, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, we should have had dinner or had you meet him before this happened, this is your moment and I don't want to take away anything from that. I wish that was a conversation that was had, but it wasn't. I'm still on the fence as to Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen and what's going on there, and I feel like that is a problematic situation that film industries have placed upon us. I like the fact that they're friends. I like that they have these silly little moments together. I like that they help each other out, and I like that they're now getting along and now getting in deep shit with each other. I like that they're just friends. But it's like movie magic, you know, where it's whenever you have two characters like this, you're kind of supposed to suspect that they're going to get into a romance, I feel. And I don't like that I feel like that, because again, I like that they're friends. I want them to be friends. I'm fine with that. But I feel like in the back of my head, it's like, no, they're destined to have some kind of fling together. We'll see what happens with that. Are they going to try to fire Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen now? Because we already had a trying to fire episode and they saved her. And so it's like, we can't do that again, right? My sweet, lovely EJ. I am so happy that he made the decision to let her sing with Ricky. She definitely needed to sing with Ricky. Again, EJ is a great performer, but he doesn't have that emotional connection in what he does. And I know that that's on purpose, because that guy can sing. That actor, I don't know his actual name, but the guy who plays EJ, he can sing and he can perform. He's good. And we've seen him do it in the past. So he's purposely trying to not have a connection with Nene when he is singing as Troy. It's the whole point of that part of that moment of the show. So I'm glad that he let her sing with him, though, because you could hear it. They do not have what is there when Ricky and Nene are together with what is there with them. Like, they don't have that, EJ and her. And I like that he kind of processed that and was like, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't like this because I really like you and I care about you, but I can see that your heart's not in it. You're not invested in it. So I'm just letting you know that I've made peace with it. And like, I'm okay with that now. And in knowing that, I feel like Nene is able to move on from that area of her life, that time of her life where she dated EJ and did care for EJ. She did. She really liked him. But knowing that he's made peace with it, I feel like it helps her make peace with it. And they can both kind of go their separate ways and just be friends. I really did like them together, and I feel like it wasn't a relationship that I saw lasting, but I am still Team EJ. However, that speech, you got me with that one, Ricky. You got me with that one. That speech that he gave to her of, I love you. I've loved you since we were 6. I love you since I vomited on your sneakers on the roller coaster when we were younger. And I love you. And I've kicked myself every single day since not saying it when you said it to me. That is what we needed to hear. That is what Nina needed to hear. Nina, oh my gosh, I said Nina. That is what Nene needed to hear. It is, and I understand that obviously if we didn't have the conflict between those two, we wouldn't have a season, so I get it. But that's what I've been saying all along, is that for you to need time to process what your emotions are, what you're feeling, if you want to say I love you, that's fine. Take all the time you need. However, you need to be prepared that the person you are swaying away from in order to take that time is going to be taking time to process things themselves. And if you come back and you say, hey, I'm ready, and they're not, you can't be mad at them for that. Everybody processes things in different ways. So should she have jumped right into a relationship right after that? Maybe not, but hey, I kind of did the same thing with Robbie, and here we are a year and a half later. I am happy as can be. I love him so much. It was 100% the right move for me to make, and I mentioned this in past reaction as well. I've seen many people do that, where they kind of jump into something shortly after something ends, and I feel like some people might judge that and think that it was too quick, but at the same time, I feel like people who do that also tend to know what they want and know what they're looking for. Therefore, they're sure. And that's why they're able to do that, because I'm never somebody who does that. And the fact that I did it this time, it's like, I know that this is something special. Like, I know I can feel it. And so I could kind of feel that EJ and her weren't gonna last, but at the same time, I'm not necessarily gonna criticize her for jumping into a relationship with EJ, considering of how things ended with Ricky. He could have said, I need time to think about this or something, had his little freak out, and then talked to her about it and been like, okay, like, maybe we should take some time or whatever. Talk about it level-headedly. But he up and left, ran out of the room, went and hung out with girls all summer, didn't contact her. He did say, did I talk about Nene the whole time? Absolutely. But it's like, then why did you keep hanging out with girls? I guess maybe he was trying to get his mind off of it. But it's like, so you're criticizing her for jumping into a relationship too fast, but you were hanging out with all these girls trying to get your mind off of her the whole summer? Like, they're high schoolers. Let's get over it. That was the speech that I needed to hear. I needed to hear him say all that stuff to her. He clearly respects her, loves her, and cares about her. And they do have a very strong connection and a special bond. So now that we have our two lovebirds back together, what is Nene going to choose as far as the school? Like, she got a position. The lady's like, you're in. You're special. You got it. You're in. And it's in a month. 1 freaking month. That's insane. So now she has to choose between going and staying. I really hope she goes. I hope she doesn't stay. Like, that's a once-in-a-lifetime offer, I feel. So she cannot deny that that is something that she should do. However, it is going to be interesting in regards to what it does for her relationship with her and Ricky. I saw those eyes, by the way, Gina. EJ. I saw those eyes. We find out that EJ bought Gina the ticket. That's so sweet. That is so sweet. And I saw her give those little eyes and him kind of give the little eyes back. Like, I'm sensing that those two are going to get together. And I just hope they do it in the appropriate way, because they've really had no other connections or conversations aside from plotting against Ricky and Nene. So I want to see them build an actual friendship, relationship, and then it can become romantic. I hope that it does if they're going in that route, because I saw those eyes. The whole thing with Ricky's dad and Miss Jen, I think it was cute. Like, I think they tried to show, like, ooh, like, is she going to be threatened or nervous that the wife was there? Is it going to be awkward? But I think Miss Jen, as immature as they present her to be, is also very mature and well thought out in what she does and the decisions that she makes, usually, sometimes maybe. I think she's okay with it, and that's why I think if they were going to present Mr. Mazzara as a love triangle-ish person, they would have done it already maybe, but maybe they are saving that for next season. I just really like her and Ricky's dad together, so I hope we get more of that next season as well. As far as the families, the audience, oh my gosh, the representation Disney has pulled off in this series so far, and I'm sure there's more to come, it is beautiful. Seb's family. He's like, they rented out the first 3 rows and they all have their signs and they're supportive, and it's, oh my gosh, I loved that. I loved that so much, that his family loves him and supports him and is there for him. That's what we need to see. It's important to show conflict of what these characters have to go through in regards to who they are and their identity. He's a man, but he wants to play a woman. He is Seb, but he wants to play Sharpay. And he does it freaking fantastically. And to show that representation of not somebody who is homosexual dealing with their family who doesn't accept them. I feel like we've gotten that story so many times, and as important as it is to show the unacceptance, it's just as important to show the acceptance. So to have this character's family be supportive 100% with signs and clapping and applause, and it was just, it was so refreshing and it was so sweet, and I loved that. I loved that so much. And also, I haven't mentioned, but it was interesting because I haven't commented on the fact that Nene has two moms. And I did this time because I didn't see the blonde woman who plays one of her moms. And I know her from, I can't remember her name again, but I know her and I like her. She was an actress on Mad TV. She was a performer on Mad TV. She played on Mad TV. So, and I didn't see her in the audience. And I was like, where is she? Where is she? And then at the end there, Courtney's like, your mom's want to take a picture. So clearly she was there. I guess I was just missing her. But I noticed a conversation in a reaction that I was watching where someone was like, are we just not going to talk about Nene's moms? And then someone else commented and was like, why should we? Like, we're trying to normalize situations like that. No, like, I honestly, that's the reaction I had. If you watch my reaction from the first episode, they come on screen and I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, it's the blonde girl from Mad TV, because I really like that actress. I was more startled and surprised by that than I was by her having two moms, because I mean, you know, Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire says it perfect. Some people have two daddies and some people have two mommies and some people only have one mom or one dad. And, you know, some people have happy homes. Some people have not so happy homes. That should be something that is normalized by now. You know, like this is a family dynamic. It's not a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother, and a happy little home. It's that there's so many different families and so many different families to represent. So I didn't have a crazy reaction to her having two moms, because I was like, cool. I like that. Good. I like the representation. I also should have said that I did like it. So I will say that now. I love that. And I'm saying it because of what they've showed with Seb's family too. I think it's awesome that we have these families that are supportive. And it was refreshing to see. It was good. It was refreshing to see. And Seb was amazing as Sharpay. That was a perfect character. So good. So good for him. I feel like there's something else I want to say. Oh, I talked for like 30 minutes though, so. If I think of anything else, I will say it when I watch the special, because I am 100% watching High School Musical, the musical, the series, the special. And I am right now going to jump into the trailer for season 2 because I can't wait. That's ridiculous. I need to see some kind of indication as to what is going to happen. So, everyone, it has been a wild 3 days. 3 whole days of chaos in my heart and soul. Thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful journey of High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 1. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, to be notified when I upload new videos. Comment down below the answers to all of my questions that I asked in this crazy rant of a reaction, and let me know what your theories are for next season. And throw a like up or a dislike if you do or do not like what you see. Don't forget to check the link down in the description for my Patreon. It is $5 a month. That's $1.25 a week. It has all of my unedited reactions of everything that I do on YouTube, in addition to more. So go check it out. But thanks for joining me. I'm going to go find that trailer. Maybe a snack first, and then the trailer. So long, everyone. Try to make someone smile today. You never know when you might need it next. Bye.